All right, welcome back to Scotch Hour. This is Noah.
This is Jesse.
And this is Brian.
Okay, guys. Well, hopefully, I believe we have a pretty fun episode planned for tonight. Before we do get started, though, I do want to give out an apology to one of our listeners out there, our viewers. He said you don't mess with other people's time. So there was 1 week. There's 1 week where I was having issues with getting the editing and everything uploaded, and so I just released everything early, thinking that would be fine with everybody. But apparently, you don't screw with other people's time because they set a clock to when
they know when they're going to watch Scotch Hour.
Yeah, and they plan to watch it when we release it at 6 p.m. on Thursday. I did not know that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So,
hey,
I do apologize to you.
Never going to happen again. Can you say that?
Never say never, bro.
I will never say never.
He's like, well,
but
we do the best we can.
I will do my best to make sure that it won't happen again. I can't promise that it will never happen again. Though.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
Life does.
You know what? I'm glad you started off the night with that because I might throw a life gets in the way card out there when it comes to the homework I was supposed to do. So I like that. I like that acceptance of the life gets in the way philosophy.
Well, Jesse, do you have anything you want to say before we really start jumping into the Scotch?
No, I mean the one thing I ask, please, as you guys are watching the show, subscribe, and continue to give us feedback because we do take it seriously. Obviously, we've made lots of adjustments, changes, and apologies because of it. So thank you, and please continue to subscribe, and enjoy our show.
And share it. Don't forget to share it.
Oh yeah, share.
And as far as the comments, please don't put buy more lights, Noah, in the comments because we've got so many lights right now.
I feel so good.
It's unbelievable how many lights
down
we
to
have.
60 degrees and it's still 95 in here.
If I close my eyes, I can still see all those rectangles from all the bright neon lights around.
Please suggest more lights.
I will have to say this is a kind of a big feed here. We are on episode 26. This is the I guess if you would say our mid-season here,
and we're past the quarter century.
End of the half of the year.
Yeah, we are at half the year, so episode 26. And so in episode 27, we do have some big plans to kick off the second half of the year. And we will release that information next week when we introduce it. And next week also, I believe we are going to have kind of like I don't know, would we call it a March Madness or what would you guys want to call it?
Yes.
We've got to come up with a name.
It's going to be a September Madness, a Game of Thrones Madness.
Yes. Yeah,
okay, but there needs a name, and that will be part of our Smarter Challenge.
How about We Drink and We Know Things Challenge?
It'll come to us.
Okay, we Drink and Know Things Challenge. That's good. I mean,
we Drink and Know Things Bracket Challenge. Bracketology.
Bracket, yeah. Because we do have the 9 different single malt scotches that was done in honor of the Game of Thrones, and we're going to start pitting 2 scotches each week against each other, and the winner will advance forward.
Are you going to throw this in? I mean, do we get does it go like a loser's bracket? Is it kind of a best?
No, I think the loser gets drank that night.
That's it. It's goner. That's it. But what if later on? What if we bring something new and we're like,
that's what the
but how do I compare this to the?
Then the bastard better win.
Okay. All right. It is what
How
it
many
is.
times did you see the season? In the last episode of the season, someone did something for love. The mountain kills the guy. All sorts of things happen. He
hasn't seen any of it, so all of it's a spoiler alert for him.
Oh my God!
The mountain kills the guy.
Yes.
I really have no idea what any of that means.
I know
I've watched the first episode. That's it. But I will drink the scotch, no doubt.
Well, you might want to do some homework.
Just remember.
Hey.
The things we do for love.
Life gets in the way, dude. I get it, man. I get it. I'm much on the side with the guy who commented that, you screw up with somebody's time, man.
I want to emphasize never drink and drive. Never, ever.
Okay, so with that said,
Jesse, for the public service,
I guess Brian is going to introduce the scotch this evening, so I didn't screw it up like last time. So,
did you screw up the scotch last time?
One time you were supposed to introduce the scotch. I'm like, so Jesse, what scotch you had this evening? And you're like, hey.
Oh, that's right. I did send you that text that I was kind of irritated, and I was going to kind of get my agent and redo it. Hey, life gets in the way, man.
Life gets in the way. Life is great.
Life is great. Living the dream.
Life will be great once we sift this scotch.
Amen. So we should probably get to introducing these Scotch.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesse.
How do we correctly pronounce it?
This is the Laphroaig
Laphroaig
10-year single malt. And I chose this because this very Laphroaig 10-year was gifted to me on my recent birthday, where I turned somewhere in the 20, 30, 40-year-old-ish range.
21 again.
A multiple of 10. I was a multiple of 10.
21 again. That's
21
all-
again.
that's all we
And he is not a fan of the Isla peat. So he
fail.
was like, he had heard us talking. I think he may have watched the Scotch Hour. I don't know. Owen,
need. Like, subscribe,
here's to you, dude. Thank
and
you.
share.
Thank you for this. So I gave him a bottle of Breckenridge whiskey, and that's more his. It was a Breckenridge version. Or no. Aaron got him a whiskey called, oh my gosh, it's some kind of Irish name. It's something like the Irish Road. Drunken Sailor.
Ooh.
That's what it is. Drunken Sailor. Anyway, that's what we got him. He got me this Laphroaig 10-year, and I enjoy it because it does have a nice earthy, peaty flavor. So I'm going to kind of hold
Let
these
me
up to
sip
the
that,
camera so you
Michelle.
can see that.
Yep, it has nice earthy
You,
pea.
you got that Band-Aid. Hey, it's coming, dude. Are
This
you ready? Is
doesn't
that what
quite
you're
have
saying?
the Band-Aid.
Okay, so here's the Laphroaig 10-year. I'm going to pass this over to Jesse.
All right.
It's a very classic, I think, really kind of a nice packaging.
Nice. Well
you can
done,
see there.
Laphroaig.
Yeah.
And
It's just
let me
nice.
tell you a little bit more about this that I know. This was interesting. The claim that I saw, I'm not sure where I came across it, but it was it might be in the bottle or in the pack. It says most richly flavored of all Scotch whiskeys.
That's bold.
That's bold. I said question mark.
Bold move, Cotton.
You know what you're going.
I figured
What
out
is
where
that
you
for?
read
Bold
that.
move.
I think it's dodgeball or something.
It's a good movie.
That is a good movie. Okay, so
you
what
want to
else
see
do I
what
got here?
$100,000 looks like?
This is a 43% Isla Scotch whiskey. And, here's something. This is interesting. I'll have to look into this. Have you guys heard of the, I think it's Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible?
No.
Well, I'll let you know that this Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible has been around for at least 2 years, because in 2019, it voted the Laphroaig 10-year the best single malt Scotch, 10 years and under. Did we have it? Do we need some clean up on aisle Jesse?
Just needed a Band-Aid.
Clean up on aisle Jesse.
I found my new,
All right,
I found my
Jesse,
new cologne.
that's all I've got. So when you're done bathing yourself and your table, what do you got? You're going to pass that
Brian.
out? Thank you. Thank you.
No,
So,
Let me tell you what. I leave this glass sitting next to me, and people walk in the room and they comment. It is some. I mean,
when you say people, are you referring to Aaron?
family members, Aaron, yeah, or even because we were
Kids,
okay. So
neighbors,
we were just
whoever's house he
cracking
wakes
open,
up.
drinking a little bit of the Lagavulin 11, the Guinness Cask Edition, and we drank that during our Cornhole League Finals tournament. And so I'm going right from that to this, and I tell you, the color,
great color.
Yeah.
is that? Am I right in front of your face?
Noah, how do you like my color?
All right. Well, okay. Well, I'm trying to hold it up. I guess I can back it up in front, but I got to stay there.
I've become left-handed. Watch me.
This is kind of a golden orange. Like a golden orange is what I'm getting there.
Honey wheat.
Is that like a name of a cereal?
I don't know. It's like it's like
Kellogg's honey wheat cereal.
I would say it's like a honey gold,
And I said it's kind of a yellow. Oh no, what did I say? A
orange gold.
orange gold. And Jesse?
Yeah, I'm going with.
This was Jesse just smiling at the camera the whole time.
I'm definitely going with a honey gold. This is very richly gold. I do see why you mentioned orange, but very richly gold honey.
Maybe I've been drinking too much of this
Peat.
recently.
Pete
It's just like Pete for days,
for days.
and for the Scotch neophytes, Band-Aids for days.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if do you smell the Band-Aid or do you taste the Band-Aid?
No, you smell it.
You smell it.
I don't know if I smell it.
You've never gotten hurt enough then. You need to get hurt so bad you use so many Band-Aids.
Dude,
you smell
you
good.
don't even talk to me. I own the I'm so fragile. Noah can tell you.
He's from Italy, so he's fragile.
I'm not from Italy.
Fragile.
Fragile. Isn't that, don't tell me, I got this, it's coming, Nemo.
No.
Dang it.
God damn it, no.
Shit, what's Fragile?
Kid.
What?
Just cheat your eye out,
Christmas
kid.
Story, bro.
Fragile was Christmas Story?
Remember the leg lamp? Came in like 30 different pieces. He glues it together.
And he says Fragile. It must be from Italy. Fragile. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, gentlemen.
Oh, fudge. Cheers.
Cheers to, thank you, my father-in-law, Owen, for kind of contributing. We'll just double cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Triple cheers.
It definitely has that nice peat, follow up with a smoky oak. Get the peat, get the smoke, you get the oak.
If you like your Isla Scotch, you like your peat, you like your smoke. This is
full-bodied. What about that hint of salt?
Yep, you get that too.
Oh, yeah.
I'd almost say like a salted caramel.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm not getting that sweetness of the caramel. I don't get the sweetness.
It's like a salted caramel, not a sweet caramel.
I'm getting that that kind of that sea salt. I'm getting just a hint of that.
Seaweed.
Okay, a hint of the sea. There's something, but I got the strong peat early, and then it's got a long, smoky but not too smoky finish. A really long finish that's kind of smoky.
It's good.
It's delicious. It is amazing. Laphroaig, well done. I don't know that it goes in my number one Scotch of any Scotch. If you're listing everything we've tried, it's probably going to fall a little short of the Oban 18 and definitely a little bit short of the Lagavulin 16, but it could be a possible top 5.
Well, I tell you, if I'm going price point, you know, and I'm looking to save a little money and not do the, spend as much as, say, a Lagavulin 16, if I really want to enjoy my Scotch. But I'm looking to save some money. I'll go here. For the price point, it's got everything I'm looking for. Really, I mean, it's got the peat. It's got the smoke. None of them are too overpowering.
I agree.
And the most important quality for Brian, it's not oily.
Yes.
Amen to that. I tell you what, that is something that is a big turnoff for me.
I know. That's why I mentioned
He likes it dry. So sorry. Explains your love for the salt.
Let me see here.
Do I want to know what you're smelling?
No, I had a hello dinner come back up on me there. I had to do some belching there. Clearing the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say it has, once again, I think the color is good with a nice honey gold. Follow up with like good peat. Some salted caramel with a nice smoky oak.
That time the sweetness hit me.
It's not overly sweet, though. It's perfectly sweet.
Because by the time I started talking to you guys about it, it had gone to that smoky, lingering finish. But it's that, not crescendo, but I tell you, it's that bright, that front. That front that hits you kind of, boom. And you called it, what did you call it?
Delicious.
That sweetness. It's got that sweetness right on the front. It just hits you for a second, but then it kind of lingers away.
For me, it kind of has like a pretty solid front palate, solid mid palate, and then it kind of bumps up a little bit in the tail and the finish with the smoke.
And one thing Laphroaig does do in each of their packages, they give you a code to use as a friend of Laphroaig, and there are perks. So do fill it out, Brian.
I have 2 of those now.
Yeah, buddy.
What do I get? Perks?
Yeah.
How about like a Laphroaig shirt?
That's a pretty. Should we break it down for Brian since he's going to be like a friend of Laphroaig now?
Yeah.
Oots, 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 oots.
Is that from the
Jexy?
But it was also from our last episode, which was the name of the. I have it written down somewhere. Moving on. This is a very classic looking label.
It is.
I mean, I could see wearing a shirt. I might look into maybe a little Laphroaig shirt. I do. I like Laphroaig enough. You might see me.
Christmas is right around the corner. Don't ruin it for your wife.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, yeah. Hey, Scotch Hour watchers out there, spread the word. Tell your family you're looking for a little Scotch in the stocking or a Scotch swag.
Now, what I will say is, even though the
Scotch,
price
sorry, guys.
point kind of goes up, and above,
Laphroaig classic.
the Laphroaig maybe 17, 21, some of the other Laphroaigs.
Well, we did
What
see
could
it.
happen? What
You
could be? Send us a bottle. We will drink it and love it.
You pointed out an interesting Laphroaig.
Sherry?
No, it wasn't that one. It was right next to it. It was
Oh, the
Lore.
lore.
The lower.
lower. Well, I tell you what, if this is our baseline with Laphroaig, I'm interested in seeing what else they have in their line.
Yeah.
So I'll jump on there. Yeah.
Any other notes that we want to hit on this?
No, I think it's price point fabulous, fun, easy drinking, perfect for any occasion. This isn't something where I'm like, yeah, I just want this neat with nothing. You can
I think
absolutely
it's
enjoy
easy.
this.
I'd say it's easy drinking for a more experienced Scotch drinker. I think for someone brand new, it might be.
Amateurs, don't try it.
I think it might be like a little bit too much peat or too much oak for a brand.
If you do not like your peat, you are not going to like this Scotch. It's pretty. But
I think there's other kinds that are better for intro.
for sure. You know what I would like is I would like one of those glasses, and I'm going to put this in there. I will be doing no on the rocks. However, it does offer. It says you can have it neat, or you can have it with a. What is it? It is a bit of water. Like it said, cool water. So I'm assuming a rock might do that. I guess I've got to try it.
No, you don't.
Drop me a little rock in this because
All
I'm
right,
doing this.
Stormtrooper Little Rock.
Right here. You can do this. Get up here.
You go right into my screen, dude. That's why I was telling him go low.
Go low.
Go low.
Gotta go low, 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 low. Nice job on the shooting. One of these multiple cameras.
So
will
when
pick up
one of
on
these
what
times when you
happens.
guys see this, you can see like two hands come across, right? Cut me off.
We're gonna have to do something where like all of our hands touch and just make it look really trippy.
No. That gets creepy. But I will remind you that you do like to slap as you're awakening. Like you like to be.
Yeah, you said you like to have that slap when you first come in.
I'm not lying.
Yeah,
I really like
I'll
this
take a
Scotch.
Darth
Like
Vader.
I really like this Scotch.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun,
Hey, can you just
dun,
pour me
dun.
just a wee bit there? Just
Tell me when to stop. Tomorrow.
right there's good.
Tomorrow.
I just wanted to make sure
Tomorrow
I
never
tasted
dies.
it with the
Tomorrow.
cube. Just for those who do like to have cubes.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and wait and let's taste this together. See the difference the cube makes. Jesse, did you go cube?
No way, man.
Not even to try it, just to see the difference, huh? Just to compare contrast.
In the past, my experience with the cube has been less fulfilling.
Oh, almost always, because but let's see.
It almost gives it like a brighter bouquet.
It's more floral.
Yeah.
I am having a real hard time with the bouquet on this one,
Oh, I'm not.
which is insane because some people smell this a mile away, and I'm not smelling it.
Wear it. Just splash it on before you go home.
When I do this one,
What kind of response you get? Cologne Laphroaig.
when I do it with the rock, it's just like I get like nothing in the front, nothing in the mid, and it's just nothing but wet leather in the back.
And yet it's so full-bodied and long finished if you take it neat.
I'm just telling you, like
Don't do it.
I get a nice floral scent when I smell it with the cube, and I get nothing in the front, get nothing in the mid, and also it's just bam, wet leather for days.
I love
Dude,
leather.
you absolutely nailed it with that description. Like,
See,
cheers.
I knew
I would
you had
cheers you,
leather
but I
in
do we
your,
cheers down low?
nightstand.
Cheers.
So you
cheers.
can cheer
No one's
up.
going to see that. We're not in any camera.
Well, we can cheer probably up
Can
here.
we go? Okay. But you
I'm just
did
saying,
nail
like,
it.
I'm just saying,
like
when you
literally.
say when you hand things across. That's all.
Okay, how do I hand under the table?
No, just like level.
Level
Yeah,
this way.
but not like up
Do you
here.
see where he was holding his hand? That is the line. Do not cross it.
Do not cross right here
Or here.
or here
Or
or
there,
here.
wherever somebody is. You.
Maybe I don't know if we ever figure out how to like hang things from the ceiling,
What do we have to hang?
cameras and lights.
Dude, do you even, I'm going to take a photo of this.
Oh my God.
Before I go home tonight, I'm taking a photo because I got to show the family because they don't see this side of the production.
I don't think anybody does.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the difference between an Isla Scotch and a Highland Scotch.
All right, Jesse. So who do you want to give a shout out to this week?
We're moving on to shout outs. Oh, shout outs.
Definitely not. Never mind. I don't have one.
You don't have a shout out?
I don't have a shout out this week.
I got to give a shout out. I'm going to give a shout out to the Dugan clan, and that is Aaron's side of the family.
Sorry. Go ahead.
What?
Sorry, Dugan clan. I didn't mean to laugh there, but go ahead.
Well, Aaron's side of the family, the Dugan. She was a Dugan before she was a Moline. I had no idea that was so funny. However, just kind of setting up and still keeping the tradition going. It's been like 7 years running. We've been doing cornhole every Sunday for like 2 hours, and we do a tournament. 7 years. And it's a freaking great time. And we just did that yesterday. So
too bad you have to have like a male, female partners to play, right? Because otherwise, I'd partner with one of your boys to play or something.
Yeah, we're kind of being a little bit creative about it, but different. Some people in the family, some people listen.
I've never been married. I don't have a girlfriend, so I can't play with you guys.
I know. I'm going to ask. I'm going to tell you what. Because Brendan's going to watch this. He's my boy who watches it the most. I think I'm going to have him watch this. And in that side of the family, anybody who's watching this from that side of the family can don't comment. But they all know who probably the the competitive person who would kind of be up in arms about guy on guy and stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
And I take that back. I do have a shout out. My shout out is for Max Verstappen. Thank you for your result in the Belgium Grand Prix and keeping this F1 title fight alive. I truly appreciate it. And George Russell, amazing job qualifying.
I know nothing about F1 racing, John.
Well, I will tell you this. It's a darn good thing that Jesse brought it up before me. Jesse, cheers. Down low.
I think we can cheers up top.
Can we cheers up top? Let's see how that looks. We'll check it out. We'll see. It's all a work in progress.
I think we were talking about before in another episode where when a bottle's being handed over and you see a top of the bottle go over and then the rest of the bottle goes through and the other screen.
Got it. All right.
That's what I was talking about.
Room for growth.
Yes.
We're learning.
Yes, we are. We're learning.
I see something in our future. The longest episode yet.
Well,
not really.
We're not doing too bad.
No, we're doing good on time. I do have one shout out.
I am not drinking anymore with the. You nailed it. That wet leather finish, and that's all you get. Sorry. Can I get Jesse a? Here. You know what? Pass that over here. Watch this. I want to show you guys something.
See, right there.
Watch this.
Right across.
Do you see this bottle? Do you see this missing cork? Thank you.
I was going to use the force. Slop it in there for you.
I knew it. Go ahead. Sorry, Noah. I'm just going to.
All right, so my shout out is going to Caskers again.
Nice.
I ended up ordering the last 2 bottles that we needed to complete the second set for our Game of Thrones. And once again, they forgot to send the canisters with the bottles. So I contacted their customer service, and they sent out the tins again. So.
Pretty amazing, honestly. I am super impressed.
Yes, so I am pretty happy with Caskers and their ability to go ahead and do that. So that's my last shout out. Do we want to talk about dinner?
Sure. Why not? You know what? I'll contribute a little bit more to this part of the conversation, dinner, because I have a feeling when we move into the Smarter Challenge, I am going to be in and out quick. One stroke joke, I'm done.
All right, T-Pump.
Once again,
dinner.
I'm so sorry.
Dinner. This is
Whatever,
we did
you're
say
not
this
sorry.
This is PG-16, right?
Sorry, Aaron.
We kind of talked about it.
Family friendly for 16 and over.
That's a family friendly. I mean, not that families. Anyway, next. All right. So dinner. We went to the Brick
House.
The Brick.
She's a brick house.
She's mate. Let it all hang out. Woo! Thank you. We'll be here all week. If we don't die from, like, I don't know, light exposure or something.
You're getting the sunburn, bro.
Wow. And we went there. Beers on tap, nothing that they brew themselves, but had plenty to choose from. I had the, what was it? The Sam Adams Summer Ale. Good, a wheat beer. And my meal was actually pretty good, but I would say pretty good. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. I did the appetizer, which was very affordable because it was happy hour, and it was a let's see, it would be, they called it a chicken meatball, buffalo chicken meatballs. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was very filling, surprisingly enough. Only an appetizer, and on happy hour, it was very affordable at $7. So I'm going to say 4 out of 5 stars.
Nice. Well, I had the Bison Burger. Although I was really torn because I kind of really wanted to try that Lobster BLT because
You should have. You should have.
I should
You got to
have.
try something unique. Where are you going to come across that again?
Exactly. But you know, when you ask the staff member like which one tastes better, you kind of like.
Dude,
There's always
would you just, do you want me to start ordering for you? Because you always have ordering regret. You have like orderer's remorse every time.
I do.
Every time. I'll decide for you next time.
Can't they just have a sampler, like just a little bite of everything?
Yeah, I'm
should.
sure that'll go over well. Ask for that next time.
Let's do it. We're going
See how your
back.
food ends up tasting.
We're going back, and then we're going to see if they
Kinda
recommend like
saliva-y.
Total Wine does, where you end up hating your life.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hint here that anytime you get like a recommendation from a staff member, it's probably not the best recommendation.
I think
was,
they're trying to unload their stuff that's like they're trying to get rid of it.
Today's
So like,
recommendation is yesterday's leftover.
But in any,
That's right.
regardless, like I do regret a little bit not trying the Lobster BLT, but I will say the Bison Burger was actually really good. I like the Bison Burger. I love bison anyways. I mean, as we know, because I do like to order a lot from Rock River Bison Ranch.
Shout out.
Yep, that's another shout out, I guess.
Mixing up the segments. It's all right, dude. Hey.
It's all right. Well, in any
Sometimes
case,
life gets in the way, man. I get it.
yeah, but I do like my bison, and it was a good burger. And you know, beer is beer. They didn't have anything like super special.
Heineken on tap. I don't feel like that's overly common to find Heineken on tap.
Nah, there's few places that have Heineken on tap, and when I'm lucky enough to go someplace that has Heineken on tap, I do like to enjoy it. Heineken's like one of my old school college days favorite kind of beers. Because after I worked in the liquor store, way to go, whoever didn't turn off their phone during recording.
like the movie theater.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yes. Busted.
Busted. $5 into the party fund.
That's not going to take us very far.
I'm pretty sure every week we spend plenty of money on the party fund. Isn't Scotch Hour kind of just a party fund?
It is, basically.
And we
We're
pay
gonna have to
into
up
it.
the ante.
Some of us more than others.
Yes. In any case, Heineken on tap.
man.
Like that was like I love drinking Heineken from back in the college days. But also when I worked at a liquor store, though, I got so overdone with drinking microbrews because I try like almost like every microbrew
hear
that was
you.
under the sun. Yeah. And to me, microbrews have become so overly hoppy that it pretty much kills the flavor.
Everything's an IPA. I got done with IPAs. I've been there, done that.
Anyway, so now I kind of like the lighter beers. I just kind of gone back to
Me
like
too.
drinking
Me
like
too.
Coors Light, Michelob
Something
Ultra.
crisp, refreshing. That's what I'm looking for.
In fact, what I really like though, if I do go buy something imported, I like the chocolate stout from Samuel Smith's.
That's pretty good.
Samuel Smith.
Yeah, Samuel Smith's organic chocolate stout, super good.
Ooh, stouts are just heavy. They're heavy.
This is like drinking like a chocolate beer.
Well, Guinness. I can go through 4 or 5. I can drink 4 Guinness.
If you can drink 4 Guinness, you can drink 4 of these.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I'm talking the Guinness Draught or whatever it's called. That's a little different than the Draught. Draft.
In any case, if you can drink 4 of those, you can drink 4 of these. All right, Jesse. Anything
Oh,
you want to say
man.
about your dinner?
I had the Y2K IPA. I'm not an IPA hater, so it was nice and citrusy, really good. Fish and chips were excellent. Although I will say my one little turn off was that I saw this picture with these beautiful shoestring fries in the menu, and then the fries came out crinkle cut, and I was a little let down.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the crinkle cut either. But anyways, I didn't really.
I just wanted what was pictured. I mean,
I saw those shoes. I love those type of
oh
fries.
man, that's what I was hunting for.
I just assumed that was a different menu item. I didn't realize that was your fish and chips.
That was the fish and chips, and the coleslaw though was amazing.
Yeah, they get that straight out of Kroger, like King Supers. Bring
Thought it was
put in the
Safeway.
fridge. Whatever's closest. What's closest to that place?
Costco.
Safeway.
Bevy's
Service.
Yeah.
He started out hot, and then he just
and,
faded away
I
when they
think
got
he got
busy.
mad at my joke about if he brings carrots, I'll take off my clothes and dance on the
Yeah, I
tables.
think he did too. I think it scared him.
Something. Sorry, I can be
I don't know.
cranky.
He did. He was kind of Johnny on spot at first, and afterwards he kind of like.
Kind of lost track of us. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why. And then how about the I'm kind of echoey back there.
That's because you're just like.
I know. What about the seating with the? What would you? I would say. Am I wrong to say 20 couches?
That doesn't really bother me.
It doesn't really bother
But
me.
the 20
either, it's
couches
just
that
not my-
nobody sat in.
Yeah, it didn't really bother me. I mean, I usually like to sit at tables anyways.
Yeah. I would do the couches if they had the low tables, not the like high. You'd almost feel like you're. Yeah. No. Go on the couches. Jesse got a photo of them.
Yes.
It's
Third
coming.
photo here.
Noah,
I don't know, man. It depends on whether or not I get a photo to put photo there.
I sent you the photo of the Laphroaig. You got that?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, looks like Jesse's sending
All
it.
right.
All right, next segment, Noah.
Next segment is Smarter Challenge.
Smarter challenge.
Smarter challenge, mate.
That's not.
That's how shrimp on the bobby.
Smarter challenge.
We're getting there.
Getting closer.
Getting close.
Smarter challenge.
Oh, you know what you should go?
You got to realize.
Civil War, Jesse.
Yeah, you got to do Civil War.
Smarter challenge.
Four score, 7 challenges ago.
7 challenges smarter ago.
Okay, Biden.
Our
He's
forefathers
No, it's not.
left with us Scotch.
All right, smarter challenge. What's the smarter challenge?
I found my tooth.
If you
What
made it
is
this far, I'm surprised, but
All right. Okay. Come on, get the train back on the track. No, get the train back on the
Picture
track.
sent.
so this week's Smarter Challenge was the Akashic Records. What are they? How can one access them? And well, Brian, since life happens and no homework was done, why don't you go ahead and start us off with what you got?
Au contraire. I'm glad you asked about the Akashic Records. Wow. How does he? Give it back. Pass it over. Just can I figure? I got to do this. I know what you did. You made it so it got wet.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm no dummy. I've been going to this school for
So what do you got on the
7
Akashic
years.
Records?
Lots of people go to school for 7 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
they're
of them.
called doctors.
So you said you're glad I asked. So
Tommy
what
boy.
do you
I am
get?
so glad you asked because let me tell you that the Akashic Records. Did you know that Akasha is Sanskrit for sky or atmosphere? Aether?
Yeah, ether. If
Dude,
you
study this stuff.
and with ether though,
Yeah,
that actually goes back to the symbols that we talked about before. I'll talk about it here in a second.
Yeah. Okay. Here's some other interesting stuff I found. You're not going to like this, Noah. Okay, so this for me, I wrote down with a big star next to it, no scientific evidence. Just, you'll have your turn. I wrote down with 2 big stars next to it, all anecdotal accounts. I loved this, though. This came up something. It was the idea of, it's kind of a form of Buddhism, so to speak. let me see, like in early Buddhism. And I loved this quote. This was really cool. It says, "No thing ever comes out of nothing." So I'm sure you'll kind of speak to some of this. So you've got a lot of, I may have some questions as you educate me. And the whole idea behind these Akashic records is the ideal of this whole individual enlightenment, which I'm down with. So I circled that. I'm like, oh, I'm always trying to enlighten myself, even though sometimes life gets in the way. You know, you can't totally, but I kind of enlightened myself a little bit on this homework. The next thing, how about this?
Like 10 minutes.
Hey, you know what? It's hey.
Here's what's important. Students out there, if you're watching your teacher's podcast, he will understand if life happens.
Yeah, I do. I get it, man. I totally
It's like,
do.
did you give me 10 minutes?
As long as you know, and you know what you're supposed to know, and now I do. So you got to talk to me about this dude, this W.C. Ledbetter.
Ledbetter.
W.C. Ledbetter, because apparently he was kind of wrote about it. Bedwetter. W.C. Oh, it is Bedwetter. Sorry, no, Ledbetter, dude. And they kind of talked about his writings back in 1899. Back in 1913, he kind of claimed to have knowledge and write about the city of Atlantis. And another one of his writings talked about 28th century Earth.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I got. So I'm excited to learn more from you about the Akashic records. But you might be the main dude. Do we go to Jesse next?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Of course. I just want to emphasize.
Passing the baton.
When we go here, got the baton. Nice throw, bro. Yeah. Got it. And so, because aliens.
And science.
And Scotch. Yeah, Akashic records. So here, I'm going to take a different stance. I'm not going to throw out a bunch of dates or numbers or different pieces. I'm just going to go kind of into the philosophy of it. If you will, there is a potential, an ability to go into a state of being where you understand past, present, and future. And you get glimpses, depending on your abilities, how detail-oriented you are. You're really who you are will enable you in different levels at this library of your past, present, and future. And it's not just your past, present, and future, very much so Buddhism, of possibly a human being, but all beings. So all beings have this possibility. With that, there are glimpses of what has been, what currently is, and what can be. Now, how you, the second part, the one thing that makes this very believable to me, how you access this is through what's commonly referred to as the pathway prayer, which is a bunch of, broken down scientifically, vibrations, hymns, noises, sounds made to bring you to the line, the plane where you can access the information in this library. And so the Akashic Library, the Akashic Library really becomes a history of your being and soul. Others who might read it, and there are readers out there, others who might read it, and it's kind of interesting, they don't read your Akashic Library. They read theirs, but what they get are glimpses of you. So I'm trying to wrap my head around this, thinking about it for quite a while. The best example I could give is Noah, if I'm reading his Akashic Library. And in his Akashic Library, what he gets is his past, present, and future. What I get is my bird's eye view. What I see is, well, there's Noah walking across the street to pick up the lotto ticket to make his millions. And whereas when he sees it, he's literally seeing, hey man, I remember I went down and very first person versus third person, bought the lotto ticket, next day I'm rich. So this can be by any number of means. It's not necessarily the lottery, it can be making the money, but that's this piece. It's these hints cues, particularly the readers will give you hints and cues as to what is possibly the way you should go in your future. Now, the other downside is they keep it very positive in the readings and literature that I partook in. But I mean, you also have to wonder, well, did they just not tell you when, oh yeah, man, dude, you die tomorrow. So don't flip that coin when you cross the street. Don't bother. Don't look. Just go.
It's not going to happen.
So
just go for it.
It's kind of, it is kind of interesting. So the line, the library is just really that piece of your history and your future. And we talk about time travel, and a lot of people don't want to believe in that, but let's face it, time, space, this is real. There's a first dimension, and there's a second dimension, a third dimension, a fourth dimension, and ultimately this is a piece of reality, because you can say that the future isn't already there, but anyone who believes in the Big Bang Theory, how the universe might be created, has to also understand that it was already predetermined. There is an energy out there, and this energy can be accessed through a vibration, through a sound, through a hymn, and give you clues to what is in your past, previous lives. So definitely a reincarnation theory, and also what is to come in future lives or this life. So as you mentioned, Buddhism.
I was just about to interject with that. You finally hit right on it. Was that idea of that reincarnation, and that quote that I had with the no thing ever comes out of nothing. So you mentioned kind of the you that you are, the you in the future, the you in the past, the different reincarnated lives you may have had.
Very good, Grasshopper.
Snatch the pebble, snatch the glass from my hand and drink.
All right.
Cheers. You're not supposed to reach across. Noah said.
I know, that's why.
God, Noah, he's reaching across again.
Damn it.
Whatever, man.
All right, and with that, I step down and give Noah the podium.
Okay.
Noah's got some charts.
Everybody
get comfortable. Everybody pour yourself a little bit more. I'm going to take just another little half ounce pour there, a little ounce pour, something like that. Let me see. I'll tell you when. That's going to be good. We are way good. Beautiful.
All right, so you remember a couple weeks ago we talked about Thoth and the Emerald Tablets.
Correct. Yes.
And Hermes I forgot how you say his name.
Not to be confused with Hermes.
It is
Hermes Mercury.
Megistus. Trismegistus or something like that.
Okay.
Anyways, when we talked about the Thoth and the halls of Amenti, you guys remember this little picture here of the pyramid?
Yeah.
It goes like the bottom level of the pyramid is the third dimension. Then we have the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and the 10th dimension. And really, some people believe here that the halls of Amenti, just kind of go back and reiterate from 2 episodes ago in episode 24. Some people believe the Amenti or the halls of Amenti is kind of like is like hell. is like hell. It's like the underground where Hades is.
So this what is that? The third, that level of ignorance that's way down underground.
We call it Scarabus.
No, don't even talk about the level. I'm not even talking about that right now. I'm just talking about
ignorant anymore of that.
I'm just talking about where the halls of Amenti are located. Some people believe it's down underneath the earth, and the entrance is underneath the Sphinx there in Egypt. Some others believe that the halls of Amenti is metaphysical.
That's what I was thinking.
And then the different dimensions. But to access the halls of Amenti, which is also where the Akashic records are supposedly held, you have to, when you balance your chakras, which I talked about before, you have to raise your frequencies and you have
the vibrations.
And you have to ask, you have to let it be known to the record keepers there in the Akashic Library that you want help or that you want to access it. And once you...
how do you talk to them? Your chakras?
No, you have to meditate.
enter.
You have to meditate and put your intentions out into the universe.
Okay.
And then when you're granted access, you basically go to the Sphinx, and you basically supposedly shoot out like a light from your heart chakra.
Like Iron Man.
It's more on a metaphysical sense. You can laugh all you want, dude.
No, dude.
I'm trying to be like.
I hear you.
Are you sure?
I do.
So what's funny?
Yeah.
The light.
Okay, I'm talking about like what they're saying here. Mm-hmm. It's a metaphysical thing that like it goes out of your.
So when you get your chakras all aligned, you get to go to the Sphinx. It comes out of your heart chakra.
It goes out of your heart chakra and goes and that illuminates to the door there in the Sphinx.
It makes me think almost of like Indiana Jones. A little bit,
I guess
right? With that, remember that thing that, something like that. Okay, all right.
And then that allows you to grant you access into the Akashic records or the library, and each library, depending on where you are vibrationally, is what access you're allowed to gain. So, like the physical realm is what we live in, which is the third dimension. The fourth one,
the level of ignorance.
Yeah, that's what it says here in Amenti. Yep. But as far as the Akashic records are concerned, that's the physical realm. We don't have access to it. The fourth dimension, that gives us access to every thought for you. So every thought that you've had or will have, that's in the fourth dimension. When you go to the fifth dimension, that's every possible timeline for your choices. So like how sometimes in your life, there are certain times in your life where like there's a major choice that you've made.
You went left, could have gone right. You get to see what would have happened if you'd gone right. What level is that? I love that level.
That's the fifth dimension.
I like that dimension because you're always wondering like, what if?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So when you're able to get yourself into that frequency, then you gain access to that fifth level, and then you'll be able to have access to that information.
I like the fifth level.
The sixth one is unlimited by space and time. So then you can experience all those different things. So in the fifth, you can only visit one particular point on those decision charts. Where in the sixth, you have access to all of it.
And I can follow them all different variations through.
Yes.
I like the sixth.
And then the seventh is known as infinity. This is where everybody's thoughts are there, and possible timelines.
I don't want that. That's like Professor Xavier with too much.
You may not want that, but that's the area where people like Einstein said they got their information from. People like Tesla got his information from.
Re-explain the seventh to me then, because is he stealing? Did Einstein steal it from somebody else's consciousness?
It's the universal consciousness. Everyone's thoughts and everything is stored there. So there's access to.
So if Einstein accessed that, he could have taken it from someone else's consciousness.
Well, see, that's not necessarily. It's not that he takes it from someone. If you go back, I believe it's in there's these two scientists. Back in, I think, the 1940s or 50s, they did a study. I'm not sure why I wrote it in my notes, but anyways, they did a study where if there's a known invention that's supposed to occur, it happens in multiple areas on Earth. And so when you look at like the development of light that happened in two different places, development of telephone happened in two different places, and so it's a known entity that will be given.
Just you have to access it. Mm-hmm. So it's not that he stole it; he just accessed it.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm with you.
Then you have the eighth. You have the eighth dimension, which has other infinities. So currently, we live in this particular universe in this infinity, and then there's other infinities in existence that have different rules. So like we live with the rule of gravity, one might have the rule of anti-gravity or something like that.
Multiverse, if you might.
Yeah, exactly. Then in the ninth, that means you can experience any path from any infinity.
Can I stop you for a second and go back to, are we in the eighth still?
No, we just went to ninth.
I know, but can I go back to the eighth? That parallel thing, is that almost a little bit like...
just multiverse.
Like Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yes, multiple universes.
Both Spider-Man and the
Flash.
Spider-Man in the multiverse or whatever. Yeah. Yep. I got you. Okay.
Okay, and then the 10th, that's called the 0 point or God source. That's where you have access to everything. And so, as far as going to your there is no proof, right?
Yes. Yeah. No scientific proof. But I mean,
here where it comes down to proof is that in our today's third dimensional understanding of proof, there may not be anything that we can see, because when we think of third dimensional proof, it's about being able to see it, touch it, feel it, hear it, and those types of things. And you're absolutely correct that you don't have access to any of these, but there is evidence of people like
Einstein. Can I ask you something?
And Tesla, and there's Bubba Dega. Did you hear about that lady from Bulgaria?
So here's my question, and I might be getting this is a lot of information, so I might be kind of getting things crisscrossed somewhere along the line. So if I'm understanding this correctly, and this is where I mean, did Einstein have to go to the Sphinx to enter this? Because you mentioned that, so I'm like, is that more metaphorical, or how did he access this? How does he access this? Just kind of in the metaphysical world while he's sleeping? And
meditation.
So Einstein meditated.
Yeah.
Now, what is this thing about the Sphinx? That's just kind of more...
That's just kind of like where supposedly the entrance to the halls of Amenti and the Akashic
Einstein
Library.
Didn't have to go there. He didn't go there.
You don't have to physically go, here, I'm going to go to my car.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
Airport
That's what I'm saying.
And fly. No.
How did you get there?
There's a metaphysical realm.
Of the Egyptian Sphinx.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Just asking questions, dude. I don't know all this stuff. I got to ask questions, right?
Homework.
Well, I mean,
life happens,
dude. I did do homework. I did Wikipedia. I did as much as I could.
But if we want to go more science based, there is a professor called Dr. Laszlo, and he says the quantum 0 point is actually the same as the 10th dimension and from the halls of Amenti. And really, when we start looking at quantum entanglement, we are actually talking about the same very things that we're talking about with the Akashic records. And every electron in your mind has the ability, because it's able to receive information through vibrations and energy. So it's able to receive information from the past, the present, and the future.
Well, you know what? When I did do some of my homework, at one point it was referred to as almost the Akashic records being like akin to like the Force.
One could say that.
To access that ability to access, all things, kind of. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
But unlike with the Force, though, only certain people have access to it. Where here, anybody can have access to it, but you just have to take the time and put the intention out to the universe to basically get yourself right frequency wise and get yourself into the state of love. But because basically what you have to do is you have to balance your chakras. You have to do something that's called shadow work to get rid of all the negative aspects in your life, things like that, and for you to be able to gain entrance.
I like that shadow work. Tell me about that shadow work stuff.
I don't really know much about shadow work. Were you about to say something, Jesse?
No, I was just going to say, I really like the analogy that you guys are using, because I think this is really the key point that I very poorly touched on, which is, though, everyone will have different levels of ability with this, and some of it's natural and some of it's not natural. And Noah, you made that comment of Einstein and Tesla, and that's a prime example. These people may have very naturally... because when they've done dissections of their brain matter, they have seen that Einstein's brain was built differently. It worked almost at a different level. Actually, not almost. It literally worked at a different level. And part of that is this other piece of, much like a Jedi, he had a natural ability. So yeah, anyone can go study the art, but only someone who was born with that actual physical ability, that DNA, if you will ever be able to get to that level.
Genetics.
So here's where Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, along those same lines, that whole idea of like, genetics and different people's access to it, that like, Good Will Hunting, that movie where he talks about, when you look at a keyboard, when Beethoven looked at a keyboard, he saw like, amazing things. When I look at it, I don't see that because that's not mine. That's not what I was gifted with or whatever. Right. That's not my chakras didn't come into balance. Because I've often wondered,
Mozart, Beethoven,
I've wondered as an educator, how is it that some people, because you're not just born with it. It's not naturally gifted, but for whatever reason, certain people naturally have certain gifts or abilities. So my guess is for whatever reason, there's some level
when you go into the Akashic records, you can gain other abilities from your other dimensions.
Right.
But here's what I'm wondering is there a chance that each of us individually has accessed it? Yeah, sure. Just asking. Go ahead. Yeah, do your thing. Sorry. Good.
Yeah. I just want to finish up because we were
Gotcha. Sorry. I was just trying to learn.
I know. I get it. Cool. So Tesla here, just to let you guys know, I just want to wrap this up and then we'll finish off with your question here. Mm-hmm. The day science begins to study the physical, the non-physical phenomenon, it will make more progress in 1 decade than it did in the previous centuries in existence. Mm-hmm. And then he also went on and said that my brain is only a receiver in the universe. There is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I haven't penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know it exists. So Tesla is talking about these Akashic records and where he's gaining his knowledge from. Mm-hmm. The Bulgarian girl named Baba Vega, she was picked up in a tornado. Her eye lost her eyesight, and she had super accurate predictions where even like world leaders would go see her, and she's able to predict things. Nostradamus also used it. The two professors I was talking about is Ogburn and Thomas. There's 148 simultaneous inventions that happened at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to where I wanted to get to. What was your question again?
I'm good. I don't remember. You mentioned something about, I don't know if you used the word clairvoyance, but, that earlier what I had researched was that idea that this W.C. Ledbetter had some sort of clairvoyance about the 28th century. So, he could have been one of those people that was able to enlighten himself.
Yeah, so
supposedly.
So the Bubba Vega chick, lady, she was able to predict 9/11. Mm-hmm. But also I think what you're asking about, like people who have special abilities versus others, and you're talking about like how some people probably, like being an educator, are able to understand things where others are not. Is that along the lines you're going?
No. I was just kind of getting on the more metaphysical. Is that maybe even prior to any of us being born into this life that we are, because it talks about the different reincarnation. Maybe at some levels we've each individually accessed the Akashic records, and we're kind of toiling on those different levels. We're moving, and different people are at different places.
Right. So this brings up Thoth again, right where we talked about 2 weeks ago. Remember, if you don't get yourself to the right frequency, what will happen is you won't pass.
Exactly.
When you die, you won't go past those gates, and you'll go back down to the third dimension to relearn until you can get up to the 10th. So that's where these reincarnations.
So there's a lot of us are kind of toiling, stuck, and trying again and again and again.
Exactly. So if we haven't learned our lessons that we needed to learn to get ourselves into a higher vibrational level, like let's say we don't go to the fourth, we go up to the fourth and we get to the guards there at the fourth, you're like, you sucked, go back down.
So maybe they're like, we all have that kind of never ending kind of search for the answer to, the answer to life. At some point, we'll get that answer and get to move to the next level. But right now we're like, I'm not sure. Let's try again.
Exactly.
I'm not sure. Let's try again.
And every time, meaning of life thing. And every time they kick you back down, they wipe you.
Oh.
So you don't remember everything. So you start fresh again. So, and here's the other thing. Remember how, I'm not sure, maybe about back right around the 12th episode or 13th episode, when we did like the Enigma or something like that, right when you first came on board, we talked about fluoride in the water.
Yes.
Remember with the pineal gland, Many people believe the pineal gland is your connection to.
I remember you mentioning that. Yep.
And when you have the food being poisoning and the calcification of the pineal gland, that hinders your ability to access and be able to balance out your chakras, raise your higher frequencies, those types of things. And then so there's shadow work, which I briefly kind of like, I have to do more research on shadow work. Maybe that could be a future smarter challenge or whatnot for all of us.
Yeah.
But not only do you have to do shadow work, though, there's things called star seeds. These are beings from other, supposedly other planets that have come here and taken on human body form to help the humans progress, or even come here to learn their lessons that they wanted to learn. And there was something else I wanted to talk about, all this stuff, but we're coming up right on the hour. So do you guys have any last questions?
Yeah.
Or anything you want to say? So, and I apologize, Brian, earlier for cutting you off.
Just asking. You have a lot more information than I do.
Just philosophically, if you guys will take 1 second, think about it. If you get to the gate, 6th, or was it 5th, where you get to see the choices you made, and you see your choice. I didn't, and I am probably completely wrong. I didn't understand it as you get there and you see the choice you made. I didn't get it that you could have made a different choice and what would have happened. I don't know if that was the gift, but can you imagine how terrific, both good and bad, it would be to get to that plane and have those choices? And I don't know that I would want to know. That's a tough piece. Just like thinking about it, would you really want to know?
Though, that would be so, for me, just like the overbearing pressure on your brain to go through that. Now, I know you get to this enlightened stage, but
do you really want to know?
Yeah, in this idea, because remember, like that butterfly effect, one little change begets another change, begets another change. So as you start following those tentacles, they're constantly weaving off. So then that's the 5th level, the 6th level, the 7th level. It gets
but 100%. Now you find out, had you not married Aaron,
I know
all your dreams were true.
I'd be starting for the New York Yankees shortstop.
That's what I mean.
Aaron and I talk about it all the time. She's cool with it.
So,
she understands.
All right. Well,
but here's the thing, though. If you are able to,
she's cool with it. Are you? That's the point.
There's this. There's something else that I've studied, or I barely kind of studied and kind of came across. It's called like dimension jumping, and people will jump dimensions and they'll pick up new skills. And you kind of sometimes you hear about people like who get into a car accident or something, and all of a sudden like, oh, now they can speak a different language, or now they're like a phenomenal piano player or whatever. Same thing happens here with the Akashic records when you're able to go to that 6th or 7th dimension, where you can actually take a certain point and or be able to go visit that timeline and come back with that skill set.
Oh, so learn from your mistakes. If I only knew then what I know now. Right.
Or pick up a brand new skill set that you don't have now.
Yeah. You had in a previous life.
Or a previous decision that went off into a different tangent.
Yeah. And now you know it and bring it back.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, and it doesn't quite go along with this, but there is a movie called Parallel.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah. You've seen it just recently. It's like it kind of talks about the different dimensions. Yeah.
I have not seen that. I've seen another one called Sliding Doors.
Parallel. Check it out.
Sliding Doors is another amazing movie. Like when I first went to go see it, I was like, yeah, this is going to be lame. And then at the end, I was like, I hate it and I love it. And the reason that I hate it is that I love it.
Check out Parallel. You'll probably dig it because you'll like, maybe, dig it. So.
Chicks dig it.
No, chicks dig, apparently American Psycho. Just not my wife.
So in any case, hopefully the information I shared with you guys that it helped bring some light to it.
It was individually enlightened.
It was
which is the basis of the Akashic.
It is. It was well planned. It's a build from many of your smarter challenges, Thoth and the Emerald Tablets, and the previous ones. A continual build. Well done, Noah.
Thank you. If you're not noticing that, you probably
I noticed it.
You're probably starting to piece it together now. But I am.
Noah's taking us down the rabbit hole one episode at a time.
Why I was really laughing was, and I apologize that if I offended you, was the Sphinx. That's why I was laughing.
Why?
Because the Sphinx and the light and the sphincter was just funny to me.
Sphinx, he's like a little kid in class. He's like, I was laughing at sphincter. Sorry.
Light was coming out of the sphincter.
No, it was like, who am I dealing with? You didn't do your homework. You're laughing about sphincter. He needs to stay in for lunch. That's what needs to happen. To put his name on the board.
Damn it, I'm
All right,
grounded.
hey,
He
sorry.
admitted it. He admitted it, though.
Yeah.
So he took responsibility.
Yeah, we all admit it. Like we all screw up. Or we all
You know
laugh.
what? Hey, you know what?
You know, and we are. I'm just as guilty for taking
Life-
us offline. Off track with when Jesse's trying to talk to you. So
That's
I
right.
get it. I apologize.
Life
It's all
happens.
good.
Life
I
happens.
understand.
Life
This is
happens.
important.
We started with life happens. We're ending with life
No,
happens.
man, we're ending with life is great.
Life is great, actually.
No,
Well, we can't
I learned
end
a
yet
lot.
because
I learned a
I've got to
lot.
put out the next Schmonta challenge.
Yeah. So what is the next smart challenge?
Smarter
Okay,
challenge.
I am kind of a what you call it, a retrospective person. Kind of like
Okay.
to introspective and retrospective, like to look back. So I would like you guys. Your smarter challenge is to take us, the viewers, and Noah and I and Jesse, each other, on a journey through the years, how cartoons and comics and what influence they had on your life as you've grown older. So think about like when you were a little kid, and then as you got older, and then you were in college, and Disney and the movie, different things like that. So kind of the idea here is I want you guys to basically kind of take me on a journey of as far back as you can remember, like, I remember my first cartoons I was watching, and I remember watching this cartoon, and did any of these cartoons, looking back with all their little life lessons or whatever they're trying to impart on you, how did they contribute to
Knowing
the
is half
person
the
you
battle.
are today? Knowing is half the
G.I.
battle. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. So, in other words, go back and look at some of the stuff we used to watch because it was awesome.
It was. And
Awesome.
It's already a good smarter challenge.
Yeah.
Because it also brings us, as you look at through the multimedias, to the Marvel universe, the DC universe, if you will, as well. And oh my God, the impacts it's had on my life of this past decade, being a parent, and yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. So take it, roll that all into one. I mean, I think you can get pretty deep on it, right? You can get
Right.
deep. You can get kind of,
Now,
there can be some levity.
You dirty man, because you're not here in a week for us to go over this. You did it to us again.
Yeah.
You.
Not true.
man?
Not true.
Yeah.
I can call in.
This is going to be a long episode. I'm
We
going to tell
can
you.
do the call in.
I'm
No,
going to be talking
I'm
about
good.
Wolverine. I'm going to be talking about Iron Man. I'm going to be talking about Batman. I'm going to be talking about Superman. I can't
So
do this in
maybe
5
it's better that he
minutes.
does call in. We just call him in for the smart
really
challenge
bad
part.
connection.
I want to be a part of I want to hear your smarter challenge. I want to be a part of the whole thing. I want to hear from Jesse, hear from you.
No, I have
hear
a
from
lot
me.
to say, and I
that's what
want
I'm
you
saying.
to
I'm just
hear
saying,
it.
like, we just call you up for the smarter challenge part where we talk about all that stuff. And not,
Cool.
and
Because
not
yeah,
for-
I mean,
not for the
you're already
dinner.
dropping. I'm dropping like I'm gonna drop a little Inspector Gadget on you. You threw out some GI Joe. How about you got some Transformers? There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff. So
Thundercats.
oh my gosh,
Voltron.
do you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
I will form the
Legs.
legs. I will form the arm. And then
And Joe on the head.
Oh my goodness.
Jesse's like, yeah,
No,
that was before
this
my
has got to
time.
be this. Man, we got to figure something out because I think that has to happen. I think you have to be here because this is something you are passionate about.
Yeah, I thought because it was like kind of thought about my schmata challenge that I was come up with was you want to stay kind of true to your brand, and that's kind of my brand. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of a retro, spectative type
What's
of person.
my brand? Is he?
Oh,
is
we know you're-
Is Noah the cool conspiracy guy or someone who takes too many drugs?
Yeah. Leave comments. Leave comments. You viewers
I
get
don't
to vote
take
on
any
that.
drugs. I
Get
do
to
not take
viewers
any
get to
drugs.
vote.
However, his vitamin cabinet is bigger than my closet.
Oh my
closet
gosh,
is
yeah.
14
Have you
feet
seen
by
my vitamins?
16 feet.
You've got a lot of herbs and supplements and stuff going down,
Dude, I got a ton of supplements. Yes.
Wow.
It's like a science teacher's
When you
dream
poop,
cabinet.
is it like rainbow colored? You got so much different crap in you.
Unicorn magic, not
I
rainbow
know,
color.
I know, I know. All right, we're at 109.
Okay.
We got to probably move into closure here.
All right. Who wants to start
Some
the
of
closure?
us have got to.
Brian, man, you started the Scotch, you start the close.
Well, closure. It's been a great episode. It's nice. I don't know if we're supposed to kind of, divulge when we film this, the day of the week.
I think they know we film it on Mondays.
It's a nice way, Mondays you're like, Mondays. But then as the day wears on, you're like, I'm kind of excited to go sit down and pour some scotch and relax. And it's getting a little bit late, so got to go start over and do it all again on Tuesday. But I enjoy it as I do every week. Thank you for my my father-in-law, Owen, who got me the Laphroaig 10, which will definitely be in my affordable options. It was a good scotch. Enjoyed the Smarter Challenge. Had a lot going on this week. Did not. I'm trying to come up with the best excuse to not have my homework fully done.
Your dogs ate your homework?
I'll come up with something better. I've heard some good stuff in the past, but that's
died.
In closing. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to figuring out how we're going to pull this next Smarter Challenge off with me being gone, and maybe a short after hours. I do want to throw upon a no. Well, this is it. That's my only Smarter Challenge. Okay. I got another one coming next.
All right, do you want me to go next, Jess?
No, I'll go next. Noah, thank you for a great Smarter Challenge once again. I do love and saw immediately the tie-in amongst all of your Smarter Challenges. Well done. Great build upon that piece. I think we're all doing that in our own way. I see the way Brian's doing it too, especially with this most recent one. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity to grow and learn. Those of you who are out there, again, I want to be the guy. I'm that guy. Do not drink and drive. That's very serious to me. I'm not going to say, just call me. I'll buy you a cab. No, I'm not doing any of that. But just walk. And then walk on the sidewalk, not in the street. That's a bad idea.
Just giving public, and knowing is half the battle.
Public service.
He's doing like a public service.
Knowing is half the battle.
And don't eat lead paint.
And I'm not going there. Okay. Eat what you want.
Eat all the lead paint you want.
But no, it's a great Smarter Challenge, and I did appreciate it, and I did have fun. I did not wait to the last moment with this Smarter Challenge. I've been getting much better than that. But that's also because I think it's just, to me, it's a little bit different. It's just, it is truly different. Because I respect you now, and I think you have a ton to offer, not just me or Brian, our families, but all of our viewers. And you guys who are out there, man, let us know what you think. Thumbs up, like, share, continue to comment. I have loved all of the comments. This is a commitment, I will get better about thanking you and commenting upon your comments. It's not that I don't see them, it's just that I don't have the login. It was shared with me and I didn't save it, so I got to get that fixed and be better about that. But I love them and they make me laugh, and I really truly appreciate it. You guys have done great things, and again, Noah, thank you again. I mean that. Thank you for a great Smarter Challenge. It was fun. Brian, man, damn, the one you just threw upon me, I mean sincerely, I can tell you right now, I can try to cut it down, but I have so much to say about that because I think it's real. It all comes down to heroes for me and the qualities that those heroes display and what I want to share, not just with you guys or the viewers, but my kids. What am I trying to raise as a father, as a parent? Who am I trying to grow at work as a mentor, as a teacher? And you guys, I know, feel the same way. And it's just so amazing. It's going to be hard for me to not let that episode run really long. So if you guys are out there, throw some ideas, thoughts our way now. So we can include that. But man, there are so many great comics I love. The Punisher. This guy's not a good guy necessarily, but oh my God, his moral code. I'm sorry. I'm so flipping excited.
He's excited.
I am so
spoiler alert.
Excited.
Next week's episode.
No, I could literally go on for hours without any research. And so I'm super excited. Thank you guys for watching. And, Noah will do his spiel. He always does a great job reeling us in, letting us know all the different platforms we're on. I'm really focused on the YouTube right now because I want to grow that piece, and I think it makes it available both audibly and visually. And I think that's important to me, is sharing both of those, because not everyone can see, not everyone can hear, but you can do one or the other. So we're trying to share that and build that with people of all, different abilities. Dude, stop.
I'm sorry.
Closed caption for the hearing impaired. That could be me someday. You know how loud I listen to my music? I am completely serious here.
No, I was about to say something about Helen Keller, but
No, that's
I know, it's like
probably
we're
not
offered in
appropriate,
Braille.
but it's real. I mean,
Scotch hour in Braille.
It is a possibility. We are working on these things, and
Are you crying?
no, I'm good.
Okay.
maybe
I'm trying to
that's
be
the
a-
close it
Akashic
down.
Library letting you know. Stop.
He had to call,
but-
I called him out, so he has to call.
No. I'm not calling you out, man. I'm just I truly love the Smarter Challenge, so I'm gonna let you close, Noah, please.
Thank you. I appreciate it from both of you guys. Sorry for calling you out earlier.
Ah, you're
I know
good.
I do it. I know I do it too. I started doing it with Helen Keller, so
No
I
sweat.
apologize.
No
and that's
sweat.
probably in poor taste, anyways.
Probably.
That's the difference. Not that mine was in good taste.
So for those, if I offend anybody about bringing up Helen Keller, well, it is what it is.
Sorry.
There could be the edited version where you just hear, if I offend anyone about, I really am sorry.
I think like the world's gotten a little bit too PC, so that's why I'm not going to exactly say.
Everyone's going to be offended about something.
That's why I'm not exactly going
Can't
to
be everybody's
apologize,
cup of tea, Noah.
But I will apologize to Jesse for kind of busting out laughing while you were talking. So
You're
I'm
good,
sorry about
man.
that.
You're good.
Jesse was thinking sphincter.
Yeah, I mean,
life
Sphincter,
happens,
Helen
man.
I was
Keller.
thinking about Big Trouble in Little China, some guy bending over and a light flying out of his sphincter. I apologize.
No,
Did
it's
that
not.
happen in Big Trouble in Little China?
No, but it should have.
That movie was
There
classic.
were people literally with light coming out of their orifices.
Exactly. Any case, for everybody out there, as you can tell, we did add some lights. Hopefully, we look better on camera now.
Sound?
Hopefully, we did raise up the sound. Hopefully, you are hearing us better on these episodes now. Also, so we do pay attention to the comments, but if you could really just put them in the comments instead of just like telling one of us
Or texting us.
that would help us also greatly because it does help us with the algorithms. Please give us a thumbs up if you like the show. Please share it with people who you think might find it funny or find it informational or wants to know more about Scotch. We would greatly appreciate that as well. We are on YouTube, Rumble for video, Audible for the audio people. We are on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music and Audible podcasts as well. And I thought, if you guys haven't done so, please become a patron member. If you believe that our content is at least funny enough for $1 a month.
Yeah. It gives you some level of entertainment.
Yeah.
$1.
Just give us $1. It's only $12 a year. Or you could contribute whatever you want.
We need to make little cardboard signs.
Yeah.
Please give us
Please give
$1.
us $1.
No.
Not so classy.
But please help out our Jimmy Fund. No, just that's
What fund?
it's a shout out to my Ace Liquor crew, like us work at Ace Liquors,
Gotcha.
the little Jimmy Fund. In any case, if you do that, that money does go to help us get more equipment, rent out theaters and stuff like that, things that we can utilize for you. Remember, this podcast is just as much yours as it is ours, so we want to grow this to be an entertainment for you, something that you come back every week to listen to and watch. With that, just want to say thank you, everybody, and have a great night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We hope you enjoyed this evening's episode of Scotch Hour. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you have not done so already, please become a patron member, with memberships starting as low as $1 a month. Thank you, and hopefully you have a wonderful evening.